Hello, this is Ernest Burley Jr., your certified financial planner professional, your chartered financial consultant, your NFLPA registered player financial advisor, your author of two books on Money Management Easy as 1, 2, 3, and Money Management from Grade School to Grad School. Please go to Amazon and pick up those books and buy cases of them, right? Give them to your friends, your family, your church members, family reunions, etc. Because they're being used across the country in various organizations and institutions to teach money management principles, financial planning principles, and principles on saving and investing and things of that nature. Okay, so I appreciate it. I hold this series 663 and 7. So I have clients all over the country in various capacities, whether it be investments, insurance, um, wealth management, etc. So I want to cut the intro short. I just want to give you some information about me, right? Just a little bit so you know who I am. I focus mainly on, like I said, wealth management, insurance, financial planning, portfolio management, things of that nature. But I want to jump right into our podcast. Okay, the purpose of the podcast, of course, is to enlighten, to empower, to educate, and give solid, unbiased information so you can make some great decisions for yourself and for your family members and those who you are connected to. So today's podcast is titled Financial Tips for Side Gigs and Entrepreneurs. All right, there are a lot of people who have side gigs and they have small businesses either on the side or as their main source of income. So, earning money mainly can be done in two ways, right? Either you are working for someone, right? You're working for an employer, or you work for yourself. You're an employee of your own business, right? So you either work for someone or you work for yourself. You're an entrepreneur. So those are the main ways to earn income. Now, some people work for an employer and they have like what's called a side gig where they have like their own source of employment or a small business, but it's just on the side as a part-time type situation. Now, here's the thing. You have to look at that side gig on a spectrum. So some side gigs, just maybe a few hours here or there, don't take up that much time. And then there's some got side gigs that start taking up more and more and more of your time and require more and more attention. So at that point, you have to make a real decision, a very difficult decision. Are you going to like go full time on this side gig and now it becomes your main gig and you leave the employer situation? Or are you going to like, tone it down or kind of, pull back on that side gig situation so you don't adversely affect your productivity at your main gig, your job, your employer? So, that's a key thing. That's a big thing because some people's side gigs do get big and require much more attention and time, and you don't want to get into a situation where you end up getting fired from this other job, right? So you want to leave on good terms if that's what the situation is and focus on your side gig if it is growing to that capacity and it makes sense to do it. So let's take a look. Okay, here are three key elements to determine whether you should leave that main gig, that employer, and go and focus on your side gig and make that your main gig. Okay, three main things. Okay, you have to have PMS. Okay, now, I love acronyms, so I'm going to tell you what PMS is, right? So the P in PMS stands for you have to have a passion for it. So normally, if you have a passion for it, it's not like work for you. You really love doing it. You love spreading the information. You love how it helps somebody or some people. It fits some need in society. So you have a passion for whatever that side gig is. So that's one key element of your PMS, passion. Okay, the M in PMS stands for market for it. I don't care how much passion you have for something. If there's no market for it, which means somebody's willing to pay for your product or service, then it's a wrap. No, you can't do it. Okay. So you have to have a market for it, have identified some market, some individuals, some organizations, some businesses, somebody or something that is going to buy your product or service, right? And now the S stands for you need to have skills, right? So the skill set, you need to have a skill set for whatever the product or service is. So you can't say, hey, I love doing this, or I have a passion for this, and there's a market for this, but you don't know how to do whatever it is. You need to have the skill set to accomplish, to integrate it, to communicate it, to explain it, all that type of stuff. So you need PMS, right? Passion, market, skill. Those are the three key components that you need. Now, we can't stop there. There's one more thing, and this thing actually supersedes the PMS. So, in addition to the PMS, you need this component. The next step is you need to be able to make some money. So, I don't care how fabulous the PMS is, if you can't make money doing it, it's a wrap, right? Because that's very important. You need to make sure that you can sustain yourself from that effort. If you're going to quit your main job where you're earning your income to sustain yourself, sustain your family, this side gig better be enough to sustain yourself. And if you have a family, sustain your family. So make sure that you're able to earn a sustainable income through that business, through that side gig on a long-term basis, not just short term. You need to identify a market that's something going to be there for a long period of time because this is now your main gig. This is your baby. This is your job. This is uh, um, your main source of income or your only source of income. So let's make sure we're doing that. Okay. So now financial stability is very important. And I've gone over this in previous podcasts. You need to make sure you're in a good position. Follow some sound financial planning. I've done several podcasts on financial planning, preparing yourself for entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship, I think I did like a series of three different phases or three different sessions on entrepreneurship. So make sure you put yourself in a good financial position. So when that opportunity comes around, that entrepreneurship opportunity comes around, you can take advantage of it. Make sure you have cash on hand. Make sure you have a low debt. Make sure you have a good credit score. Make sure you're in a great position financially, mentally, in every capacity to be able to take advantage of that opportunity. Okay. Now, here's some financial tips for the side gigs or the entrepreneurship type situations. So here's tip number one. And all of these tips have financial repercussion. That's why they're called financial tips. They are financial in nature. Even though it may not sound financial, some of it, they are financial in nature. So the first thing, you want to incorporate the business. The side gig or the main gig or your business, whatever you want to call it, you want to incorporate that. And this is a financial tip because you want to make sure that the when you incorporate it, you shield your personal assets from the business. So if someone attacks the business or sues the business, your personal assets aren't tied up into that. Okay. So let's make sure we incorporate to shield our personal assets from the business assets, our personal endeavors from our business endeavors. Okay. Next, we want to insure the business. Of course, you want to insure the business. So if something goes wrong, you have insurance to take care of certain things that may happen that may, of course, be a financial negative impact to the business. You want to have business accounts, checking account and a credit card, right? So everything should run through the business credit card. Everything should run through your business debit card or run through your business checking account by writing a check or doing debit or what have you. Everything runs through those financial accounts for the business, not any personal payments for business endeavors. The next thing, you should pay yourself. So I know when you first start out, you may not be making that much money, but as soon as you can pay yourself a salary, pay yourself a salary. So you're taking out taxes all along the way. So the following year, you don't end up with a big tax bite because that's what happens to a lot of people who go into business. They don't take out any money for taxes and they owe all this money to the IRS in April of the following year, which is not a good place to be. So if you pay yourself a salary, it's just like you're working somewhere, you're paid a salary from there. They take out taxes, same thing, you would take out taxes for yourself. Okay. The next thing, you want to set up a retirement plan through the business. Now, since you're not with ABC Company anymore, your company, your business, you can set up a retirement plan through your business and contribute to your retirement plan and continue to put money away for your retirement, right? That's very important. Next, we want to market the business. So social media is the way to go nowadays. So whatever your business is, so different businesses require different types of social media venues. I'm not going to mention the social media venues out there. I'm sure you're familiar with them. Some people advertise on TV, radio, bus stops, billboards. I mean, so whatever works for your niche, your market, that's what you need to do. But social media is a key thing nowadays. So make sure you have your presence out there in social media and actually a very good website also. Okay. Referral program. That's another thing you want to do. Make sure you have a referral program in place. Referrals, man, that is the best source of business. Those are people who are satisfied with your service or and they're referring you. They're saying, hey, call my guy, call my girl. She'll take care of you. that's the best type of business to get a referral because you don't pay for it. Now I do recommend that you send a little note, a little small gift card or thank you note or something like that to the person that referred the individuals to you, because that will send more, that will get, they will do it maybe anyway because they like you, but that puts you in the forefront of their mind, and they will probably refer you even more business because they receive that thank you note, that gift card or what have you in the mail. So let's make sure we have a good referral program in place too. Identify centers of influence. Let's make sure we identify centers of influence because these individuals, they are connected some type of way. These are individuals who um, are connected to large bodies of people. They know a lot of people, and they can support your business. So if they have several people at their disposal or exposed to all the time, those are individuals that can send you business all the time. So you want to make sure that you foster, you cultivate centers of influence, because that's another part of your referral program, right? Having these centers of influence, people who are influential, who have connections with a lot of other individuals that can send business to you. Very important. The next thing is we want to make sure we hire when needed because you can't do everything yourself. So if you try to do everything yourself, you stay small. So you want to duplicate your efforts. And there are some things that you're good at and there's some things you're not good at. So you want to have someone do the things that maybe you're not too good at. And that's just, and also the things that you're good at, you want someone to do that too, right? To multiply, duplicate your efforts and grow your business. Very important. So those are just a few financial tips. I've gone over more in previous podcasts. I think those are some good ones for you there too. So all of those tips are financial in nature. They either protect your side gig or your entrepreneurship opportunity, or they promoted it, right? Either protected or promoted. All the things we just went over did one of those two things. They either protected your business as well as your personal assets, or promoted your business as well as your personal assets. Very, very important for you to protect and promote at all times. And now here, I'm going to leave it with this saying right here. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. I'll repeat that. If it doesn't make dollars, it doesn't make sense. Okay. And by cents, I mean both cents. CENTS, cents as in coins, right? Money. If it doesn't make dollars, then it's not making sense. It's not making little money if it's not making the big money. And also, it's not making common sense, sense. So if it's not making dollars, it doesn't make sense for you to do it. SENCE. SENSE. All right, so that's it for today's podcast. Just wanted to make sure we went over a couple things, some financial tips for side gigs and entrepreneurship. Very important to make sure that we take advantage and strategize and optimize at all points. Okay, thank you guys again for tuning in as you do every week. I haven't done one in a couple weeks. I'm kind of getting kind of off schedule here, but I try to get these out to you on a frequent basis. But I thank you for tuning in. All of my podcasts are on my YouTube channel, which is just my name, Ernest Burley Jr. So I ask that you go to the link and forward that link to others. Just the YouTube link to others, forward this link to others, and ask them to view and subscribe. So view the various videos or podcasts on there, and also subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel and forward the information to your friends, your family members, church members, co-workers, um, employers, everyone that you're connected with, your acquaintances, and ask them to do the same so we can go viral with this podcast channel or this YouTube channel. So I appreciate that. If you want to contact me or get in contact with me, it's very easy to do. You can either call my office, call my firm. It's 301-262-2600. Again, 301-262-2600 is the number to my firm. Or you can email me. You can reach out to me. My email address is very easy. It's my first name at myfullname.com. So Ernest at ernestburleyjr.com. Or you can go to my website, which is my name, Ernest Burley, or ernestburleyjr.com, whichever. And I have a lot of great information on my website too, but you can also reach out to me from the website, and then I'll definitely get back in contact with you and try to help out however I can. Like I said before, I have clients all over the country, from the north to the south, from the east to the west. So state lines don't restrict Burley Insurance and Burley Insurance and Financial Services, and myself, moi, from helping those in various capacities. So thanks again. I have to give you my little disclosure here. So let me make sure I put that on there nice and clear so you can read that. There you go. And I think that's enough time. Hey, thank y'all again for tuning in. I hope you got some great information. In the meantime, hey, y'all stay safe out there and hey, take care, okay? Bye-bye.